I'm just pretending to be a burglar. Come on, what do you mean?
Why are you calling the cops?
Why is there a what bat costume? Cop costume, triple S tier because police brutality. Let's start with Halloween costume tier list. Tier list, mate.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Quick preface, I am not the demographic for this. I've never experienced, not once in my life, well, not yet anyway. I mean, I'm not that old. So this is gonna be exciting. Majority of this is gonna be biased, I guess, from my point of view. So let's see what happens. Nurses are scary, they are. And you know what? Putting it on S tier. It's the quintessential costume, right? If you look at any Halloween movie or any piece of media, modern media, that discusses an event like Halloween or trick-or-treating, I'm pretty sure there's always one. I'm gonna put this in D tier because it's just furries. I feel like Halloween is the only time of year where furries have an excuse to dress up and not be mocked by, you know, the general public. I remember, I think it was Curtis Connor who said something along the lines of, if they get their rocks off of, you know, dressing up like animals and having the best time of their lives, that's on them, right? Who are we to judge? It's a kink. But if you go to public places and start acting like a wolfman in costume, that's a whole different story. First thing, you choose to buy a Pluto outfit. The next thing you know, you're in a furry orgy and you got dicks up your ass. You know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. All right, pirate costume. Putting it in D tier. I'm pretty sure the pirate craze is over, right? Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone who's like, hey, I want to be a pirate of recent light. Like, a lot of media as well. Like, pirates aren't really that big anymore, so they get a D. Next up, princess costume. The only reason why I put it in S tier is because it's evergreen. You know, a princess costume, it never goes away. Regardless of what genitals you have hanging around your body, right? At some point, one way or another, you're gonna wear a princess costume, either as a joke or you're gonna take it seriously. Next up, pumpkin costume. I'm putting this in. Well, this specific costume looks ass. It looks just like Coraline's other dad. You know what I mean? A pumpkin is an excuse to hear the same joke over and over again. Oh, I'm gonna carve you up. Blah, 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 blah. Like, do you want to hear that same joke over and over again while you're walking around in a pumpkin costume? I don't think so. Robot costume. Robot costumes, I would have to give them a B, a solid middle. You get to be a bit more creative when you have a robot costume, right? You actually use your brain. You use cardboard materials, you use styrofoam. And ever since Cyberpunk Edge Runners became a thing, I'm pretty sure, you know, anything slightly cybernetic or robotic is gonna come into the mainstream once Halloween hits. So, Evil Clown A? Nah, I'm putting Evil Clown in C. Just because there is a clown costume right here. You can see it. And I'm putting this in S. Okay. My reasoning why the evil clown costume deserves to be in C tier and not S tier along with the regular clown costume is because you don't need to be an evil clown to scare children, right? If somebody is afraid of clowns, this is already what they see. When you're wearing a regular clown costume, they already see the evil clown. Because anyone who's afraid of clowns or is slightly creeped out by clowns automatically gonna assume you're an evil clown. So if you look like an evil clown, they're gonna be like, you're trying a bit too hard, you know? You're not really an evil clown. You just look evil, you know? You're more psychopath than you are clown, right? You don't expect it from a regular clown. From an evil clown, you're like, oh my god, he's gonna stab me, he's gonna bury me 6 feet under. But from a clown, like, you won't expect him to blow helium in your big intestine and then twist it into a dog and then give it to you while you're bleeding out. So, firefighter costume. I'm putting this in D tier. So it's laziest shit I've ever seen. Why would you? Unless like if I get it, if your parents or anyone who's related to you is a firefighter, like, hey, I want to be like them because they're so cool, right? But why would you want the one time of the year or the whole month of the year where you have an excuse to wear something else that isn't related to a job and you pick a job? Come on, be a little bit more creative. Frankenstein gets an A because he's dummy thick. Frankenstein is a classic, although not enough to be S tier. You know what I mean? I think we should leave the Frankenstein costumes back in the 60s where it belongs. Mummy costume. D. There's 2 reasons why I put the mummy costume in D tier. 1, the mummy costume is so basic, right? That you just put toilet paper around you and that's it. You're a mummy. 2, mummies are no longer relevant in the current pop culture zeitgeist, right? Like, no, you don't see people getting tattoos of like a mummy, right? Or like wearing a t-shirt with anything mummy related, right? Like it's old, you know? Leave it in the 90s, like where Brendan Fraser's career is. Any food costume gets a D. That's dumb. It's also treading on that line in the sand where you're just wearing something you could wear for a job. And I'm pretty convinced anyone who wears any food costume has this weird fantasy of having intercourse, just like the Sausage Party movie, you know? Zombie costume, S tier, bro. Forever S tier in my eyes. It's the sensation sweeping the nation that is never, you could never go wrong with a good zombie costume. It's like Frankenstein, but less big, you know, less chunky. Yeah. The zombies are forever gonna be in pop culture. And if you do a really good zombie costume, you run the risk of scaring somebody IRL. And they go, oh my god, it's a fucking zombie. They shit their pants, you have a good time, you know what I mean? Alright, president costume, D tier. Like, what are you, a fucking nerd? Get out of here, bro. Why is there a, what, bat costume? Bat.
Hello, I caused the worst plague in the 21st century. Oh.
Yeah, you deserve to be in D tier, my guy. Next up, bunny costume.
What's up, Doc?
C tier. C tier bunny costume because I feel like bunnies are... There's only 2 types of bunnies, right? Yeah, there's one bunny that's actually for children, you know, it's not sexual in any way, and then there's the slutty bunnies. You know, like, you know, like it's a weird line. A burglar is S tier, right? Arguably, dressing up as a burglar in Halloween is the best way to get away with actually committing robbery. You know what I mean? Like, you have on the burglar costume, you go inside somebody's house in the middle of the night. If you don't get caught, you get a good loot bag.
See, I pulled a sneaky on you.
And if you do get caught, you're gonna say, "Oh, sorry, I'm just in character. You know, it's just my costume, bro. Like, I'm just pretending to be a burglar. Come on, what do you mean?
Why are you calling the cops?
Cop costume, triple S tier because police brutality. No, I'm kidding. It's a little bit too real. No, but I'm putting it in C though. Cop costume is fine, but some of these feel like they're stripper costumes. You know what I mean? You've been yeah, right? They're stripper outfits. Cowboy, hey, let's go. S tier right here. Big iron. Cowboy costumes. Devil costume is lame as hell. I feel like a devil costume is something a store manager would wear, like a really old store manager, and he'll say something like, "Hey guys, look, I'm in costume. I'll make your life a living hell
Because I make you work double shifts even though it's Halloween.
The just sheet on ghost costume, timeless. Anyone in the entire fucking galaxy can pull off the sheet ghost. Harry Potter wannabes, this one. Although a wizard costume is pretty sick. I haven't seen one in a long while, so get B tier. Zombie
honey.
Bride, S tier, bro. Zombie and Zombie Bride, come on. Perfect combo. Burglar and a cowboy, perfect combo. Princess and a nurse, lesbian porno, and ghost costume, obviously S tier.